All right, Charlie. We've got a special little episode. We kind of threw this together at the last minute today. We have this beautiful, beautiful piece of history in front of us. Here.
I'm just going to say throwing together episodes and not preparing. If we do that, it's kind of a family tradition.
Bad. That's not good. Okay, so this little decanter here, I legitimately just picked this up today. One of my real estate clients, it was an estate situation. They had some old decanters, and this one happens to be unopened. So we're kind of flying from the seat of our pants. We don't know if this liquid is going to be drinkable or not. So you're going to be able to see what it's like to open an old decanter and find out.
And when Glenn called and told me that he had this, I told my wife, I said, Lauren, I'm sorry, but all my rowdy friends are coming over tonight.
That's two.
I can keep going.
Good job.
I can keep going.
All right, so Jim Beam has a history of putting out tons of decanters.
And we've done episodes on decanters before.
This particular decanter was put out in 1985 to celebrate Hank Williams Jr.
A golden salute.
We love.
A golden salute to one of country music's best loved performers,
Hank Williams Jr. So this was to celebrate his gold record. And it's funny, when I was kind of doing some research, I had to do some research on this because I was trying to value this for my client, blah, blah, blah. So in my research, I found a Facebook post from Hank Williams Jr. from 2011, and it's a picture of one of these decanters, and he's basically saying, hey, I happened to come across this in my closet. Does anybody want it?
Can you believe, hold on. So Hank Williams Jr. was giving away bourbon?
On Facebook.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to get drunk and get loud. All my rowdy friends have settled down. That's 3.
You're going to make me sing, aren't you?
Nope, I'm not. Because if you do, I'm going to slug you in the face.
All right, Charlie. So let's get into this. Let's start this process and let people see, what this is like. So take a look here.
So
should we hold it up a little closer to the camera?
You can see there's the cork, there's the the faux tack strip and all that good stuff. And I've held it upside down and made Glenn nervous, and nothing's come out yet. So at this point, the only thing to do is give it a twist and see if it comes out.
So,
would you like to do the honors?
I would like to do the honors here, Charlie.
Get frisky.
It's kind of a weird angle. Okay, there we go. Tack seal is broken. Interesting.
Would you like to hold your glass up here, sir? The fun thing about decanters that are shaped like records is they're very easy to pour.
Yes. You know what? I think we have a drinker.
Cap, please.
So, yes, thank you.
Welcome.
I brought all my tools to filter and all this stuff, and we don't have to because there's no cork, for one thing. And so this is Jim Beam.
Crystal clear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not cloudy at all. And that's what you're looking for. So if you've got a bottle that is old or open or you're unsure of and you can't see the contents because obviously it's dark, this is what you do. You pour a little out and you see, does it pass the eye and the smell test before you start the drinking.
And as long as it's not cloudy, you should be good to go, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Cloudy is bad. It means that there's the bourbon is oxidized. There could be, it could be not good to drink.
I have a bottle of Maker's Mark at home that was given to my grandfather circa 1979, 1980. It hasn't been opened, but somehow the seal probably, I don't even know if it has a cork, but it almost looks like milk. It's so cloudy. Yeah. So it's just for looks.
So this is classic Jim Beam, 100 months old, 80 proof, from 1985, which is awesome. I'm very excited about it. It has a very great nose.
Are you a fan of Jim Beam, by the way?
Dusty Beam? Yeah, okay. I am.
I don't know if I've ever had any Dusty Beam.
We have literally opened a Dusty Beam decanter on this.
I forgot. Sorry.
On this channel.
I was so impressed by the Old Crow. I kind of forgot about the beam.
We've done an Old Crow too, so you should go back. We love Dusty decanters. True story, one of the best bottles of bourbon I've ever had is a 1979 decanter of bottled in bond bean, and it was unbelievably delicious.
Okay.
So
let's get into it.
Nice.
The nose is really
flavorful.
Kind of wish we had a current day bottle of Jim Beam just to compare the nose.
Flavorful for 80 proof.
It's definitely
kind of sweet.
Smells more than 80 proof.
Yeah, sweet.
And it's got that kind of that
funk.
Not a bad funk though. All right, let's drink.
Cheers.
You know what? It's a nice sipper.
It's good. It has that that kind of dusty funk to it.
Does it taste like lead at all? No, I'm joking. This 1985. I'm pretty sure they weren't using lead.
Maybe, I don't know. It's good. I mean, it's good. It's like you said. I wish we had a bottle of regular old Jim Beam around, but it's a really good sipping 80 proof. Very flavorful for 80 proof.
It's look. It's not complex at all. It's a little oaky.
Yeah, it's sweet and oaky.
It's exactly what you would expect from an 80 proof.
It's sweet and oaky. That is what's 100 months old? Is that 8.8? I don't know. I'm Alexa. How old is 100 months?
I'm pretending like my mouth is full.
100 months is 8 years and 4 months.
8 years and 4 months. So it's 8.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is it comes through. It's nice. So
I can guarantee you the Jim Beam that you're going to buy today off the shelf is not 8 years old.
100%. So you, if you're watching this, probably know someone or have family members or yourself have a bunch of old decanters, and they made decanters in everything. There's decanters that look like cars. There's decanters that look like fire trucks. There's decanters that look like gold records. There's decanters that look like seashells, which we've done an episode on.
So I'm going to have to read this, but here's a fun fact. So there's an International Jim Beam Bottle and Specialty Club that was founded in 1970. They boast over 150 affiliated clubs with over 5,000 members. And they collect these decanters, they get together and they drink them and do all kinds of fun stuff. They have a convention every year.
We're going to have to go to that convention.
You think?
Yeah, that'd be a great episode.
And just a little bit more information. So up until 1992, Regal China from Illinois made all their decanters. This one is a Regal.
Regal China.
See. After 1992, Wade. I don't know who Wade is or whatever, but they made the decanters after 1992. So do with that information what you may.
Learn something new every
day.
day.
Means nothing to me, honestly. I love doing this. I love opening these decanters.
It's like drinking in a time machine.
I haven't had anything bad out of a decanter yet.
No. And what's great is they're different. They're unique. You're drinking something. If this was over 8 years old in 1985, that means that it was distilled in 1977.
And
in a charred new oak barrel that was probably harvested in the 70s.
Who knows and how old that oak was. So you're tasting something that was aged in trees that could have dated back to God knows when.
Could have been 200 years old.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of bourbon people will be like, oh, they don't make bourbon like they used to. And part of that argument is the oak was different. You know, we have a lot of new oak and new growth now because we've harvested all the old oak. But yeah, this is always fun. And, you know, I kind of wish that we would have had to filter it and cork and all that other stuff to show you. But,
fun.
you know, it sucks to be us. It was great and perfectly clear, and we got to drink Hank Williams bourbon.
Absolutely, and that's a perfectly sippable bourbon.
It is.
Perfectly sippable.
Yep. So and this is one of those things too, where even when you find these sealed, they are not unaffordable. I mean, they sell for $50, $60. Sometimes, depending on the decanter, they may get up in $80, $90 range.
So when I was looking to try to value this, I think the highest it had ever sold for, a full one, was like $30. That's how prevalent these decanters were.
They made a lot of them because this is bourbon glut time. This is when it was hard to give bourbon away. And if you're watching this and you're like, why did they make a gold record for Hank Williams Jr. and put bourbon in it? It's because they were having a hard they were having a hard time getting people to buy bourbon because nobody was buying it. So they made decanters, all sorts of decanters, anything that they could. So cool stories.
Okay. Maybe you're not a bourbon fan, but you might be a Hank Williams Jr.
Or
fan.
you may know someone who is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
stop and think it over.
Put yourself in my unique position.
Bourbon is a family tradition.
It absolutely is.
Let's just stop.
Let's just stop because we're not doing justice.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Williams Jr., if you're watching this, we're huge fans. And
we are.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Glenn's got a hat he'd like to send you to.
Yes. I am tired of looking at this hat. We want to give away this hat. So what you need to do, if you would like to have this hat and maybe another hat and maybe some other bourbon swag
Lots
and maybe
of good stuff.
God knows what else we may throw in this.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Maybe fragile.
Maybe.
I don't know. Like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
That's the important part.
This isn't required, but we would love for you to like our Instagram, So Into Bourbon. We would love for you to like the TikTok Whiskey Realtor. But the most important thing is shoot us an email at sointobourbon@gmail.com. Put hat in the subject line. In the body of the email, maybe, I don't know, say something about Charlie and how strong and handsome he is and, you know, how you want to have his baby.
Just lie. Just straight lie. That's
When we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to give not only this hat away, but some other great swag. Just do it. Trust me. Just do it.
You want to win this box.
You want to win the box.
It's going to be worth it.
Charlie, tell them what to do.
Well, there's only one thing to do. Keep your glasses full. And your bone holds tight. Good night, everyone. Bo Cephas.
Bo.
I don't know how I'm going to get...
There you go. Will you stop doing that? What if it spills out?
Then it is probably not drinkable.
Will you scoot over that way a little bit? How do you put up with me, Charlie?
I don't know. I try not to think about it. Jim Beam. Action.
Action.